Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where unfortunately, due to declaring the war in the redo portion of this series, it's complicated, but due to declaring that war as a non-imperialism CB, we are not able to grab all of the territory we need. We need these two provinces. We're going to be truced with Spain until after the end of the game, so we'll have to find another way to fight them. Luckily, there will be another way. So they're currently allied with Aachen, Switzerland, and Trent. That gives us some ins there. Both of these will be ending their truces, or all of these actually, will be ending their truces well before the end of the game. And Venice, in theory, won't be involved. So we're going to tick on forward here. Ooh, a free stability. I like it. A couple of orders that I gave off camera, heading out over here to grab this Spanish separatist territory. I also ordered these guys to head off and start taking over Hadramut territory. So that's absolutely great. We could build the Suez Canal. I'm going to pass on that right now. And of course, we're going to have to take over this area. We're on our way over. No problem. We're at 70% war score right now. Ticking is going to give us a little bit more, and we'll take back some territory out over here. I believe, yeah, we have not quite taken this back yet, but there we go. Now we're going to head out over this direction. Cool. So that all looks good. We're not going to be doing any of this coring. We're saving up our points for that. At this point, we can grab Naval Engagement Range, Liberty Desire, or Liberty Desire. I guess we'll go Global Naval Engagement Range? Sure. We're going to get this taken back, no problem whatsoever. Let's go ahead and spread these forces out a little bit so that we're not taking quite as much attrition. One more. There we go. Beautiful. So we're at 72%, now 73. Fantastic. We're going to spread these guys out over here. Cool. And we can continue to convert, of course, which we will do. We win this battle over here with the help of Great Britain, and we're going to move these guys on back over to the mainland. We're now at 78. We won the siege of Shahir, so that looks great. Let's go ahead and split these guys up just a tad, just to take this all over. Hansa has been occupied by Spanish Louisiana. Okay, whatever. We don't really care too much about what's going on over here, as long as we have the war score that we need, which we will have very, very soon. Local unrest? Sure, we're probably going to need that. So let's move up over this direction for the time being. Cool. We're now at 79% war score. Beautiful. 80%. Actually, they would accept this right now. Slightly surprised about that. Unfortunately, we can't take these. We will have to find an alternate route into Spain. So I'm going to immediately order these guys to start moving out of there. And let's go ahead and do this. So everybody will be happy about this. We cannot take any gold. It is what it is. That would have been the achievement right there if we hadn't have lost achievements that one time. Unfortunately, we did, and so now we need to find another way to fight Spain. Aachen, Switzerland, and Trent means that we need to wait for those truces to wear out, but if they make another ally between now and then, we might be able to declare on them through that ally. I believe that we do not need this fort. This fort is, I think, useful. Cool. So we're going to start spreading some forces out over here. Something along the lines of this-ish. And we just need to keep an eye on Spain while we're coring, because we have a lot of overextension right now. We need to keep an eye on Spain and core as much as we can. We're going to have to do rebel busting, and we need to declare on them no later than 1850. That's the goal here. So we'll spread these guys out, and all we need is these two provinces, I believe. We have these guys over here, particularists. Great Britain wants soldiers. Sure, you can have soldiers. We can build province improvements, and we certainly should. Building a bunch of counting houses. What about great temples? There's only one. And manufactories, there's a few here. So we'll get those going. From here, I think we need to spend our money on conscription centers. So we'll get all of those going. That's actually all of them. Okay, slightly surprising there, but I suppose we could go for training fields. Sure. And that's basically all of those built, too. At this point, we may as well go for less efficient constructions, right? Now, Morocco, our truce with them is up in 1814. They're only a single province. We're not going to have any real problem dealing with Morocco. We'll move down over this way, and we're going to continue to core as quickly as we can here. At this point, we're probably just going to prioritize removing any overextension possible. So, getting these cored. Cool. We're probably going to want to spread some forces out over this direction and down here for purposes of rebel busting. We're going to have rebels. That's basically a guarantee. Okay. Still the same 3 allies Spain has. We need to wait for truces to be gone there. Funge separatists down here. That is deeply unsurprising. And we're going to have to use Navy to move back over here, but that's fine. No concerns about that. We are nearing our maximum monarch power in terms of military. We need 1080. We can store 1019. It's currently May, so we're going to need to spend a little bit. Let's strengthen our government. And that'll keep that going for the time being. I would like to choose a new idea group eventually, but what we need more than anything is admin power, and lots of it. So that's okay. I guess if we're struggling to spend our money at this point, we can go ahead and upgrade this. That's reasonably fine. We could build the Suez Canal as well if we really wanted to. Probably not a terrible idea. Okay. So we're going to continue... Oh, I did not mean to core that. Whoops. We're going to core from here. Anything that gives overextension at this point needs to be being worked on. So these are expensive down here, right? But we're going to actually sort by cost. And we're just going to work our way up here. Now, these are building conscription centers, so that's okay for the moment. We're not surprised that those are constructing. We can definitely begin a core here. Consider it done. We're going to have more rebel uprisings. This is very expected. We probably don't need this fort. I'm going to keep it around for the time being, and we're going to keep our forts up because we're expecting large amounts of rebels. So we're going to move down over this way. The Regency for Garcia is ending soon. We're still considered number 2 in the world. And that's just all of those colonies of Spain. Just really paying off for them. Ethiopian separatists out over this way. No shocker. We shouldn't have any trouble dealing with that. Minus to government reform progress is, I guess, okay. We can actually expand our government a little bit to get 20 more governing cap. Okay. Checking in on Spain. No new allies. If they don't get any new allies, then we have to wait out our truce with these guys. Those will be in like 1813. Okay. Spanish separatists in Tangiers. No shockers. We'll deal with that. And we can get some cores going. So we will get these 2 going. Perfect. Okay. So our truce with Morocco is going to be up in 1814. Like I said, 1815 is going to be the latest that we're going to go to war with Spain again. So we do see that we need a leader here. We'll get one in. And these guys should be brought around to here. And these guys should just come down here as well. We're going to want additional forces up here to deal with this. So we're moving on in. Okay, additional separatists, no shockers there. We're going to move in over this way. Jimin separatists down over here, no problem. And Algerian separatists up here, no problem. Beautiful. So those are all dealt with. Okay, we're going to go with discipline, I think. Right? National unrest might not be terrible, but we're going to go with the discipline. Cool. So our regency is over. We need a current cult, so we're going to go again with discipline, 2.5%. Beautiful. And we can upgrade great projects. Advisor costs would actually be pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're well connected, giving us an additional minus 20% advisor costs. So we have multiple rebellions here. These guys need a new leader. We'll go ahead and... Oh, that's an amazing leader. Wow. Look at this guy. Okay. He is really, really good. We're going to have him handle this instead. So we have Moroccan separatists down over here. No problem. Jolafian separatists over here. No problem. And Tlemceni, they're already handled. So that is looking phenomenal. We'll continue to upgrade these. And of course, we need to get our cores going. That is of an utmost priority. So any of these that are giving overextension, we will core on up. Cool. So, yeah, he just absolutely crushes those peasants. Okay, that did not go well for them at all. Fantastic. Our overextension is very high, no doubt about that. And Medjugorje separatists out over this way. Cool. It is 1811 right now. And we're working our way through this. So, Iran, we will go ahead and core. And we're just working our way on down. We're basically half done with some of these bigger conversions, so that's good. We are approaching full military power again, so we need to check to see 1020, and we can store up to 1019. Okay, so we do need to spend a small amount of military power. Not much. We have leaders for all of these. We can't strengthen our government. So what we're going to do then is we're just going to do a harsh treatment here to spend 65 military power so that we don't cap that. Next year, we're going to be able to get the max Miltech, so that'll be fine. Oyo separatists down over this way. No real problem. We'll just move in down here and get this taken over. We'll cap this back. A magistrate resigned, losing 50 diplomatic power. That's okay. I want to come up over this direction, make sure that this is coring. Beautiful. 23, huh? Is that actually enough? No, we need 28 to get another core going. Okay. We're going to move up and deal with these rebels. No problem. Next month tick, and we get a core. Beautiful. Mossi separatists out over here. We'll deal with them eventually. We'll just get this capped. Yeah, they're going to cap this. I'm not too concerned. Okay. So at 25, Moravian separatists down over here. We don't have anyone super close. I'm going to move these guys over. It'll take them a while to get there. That's fine. We are on 28 for our next admin coring. And it is now... Okay, we just lost a general. Noted. It is now 1812. And we're going to get this coring. Where was that rebel unit at? Down here? No problem. Okay. And now we can grab ourselves a Miltech. And this is the final military tech. Beautiful. We just had revolutionaries rise up somewhere. We need to deal with these guys. I kind of clicked through it. Over here. No problem. So we'll head up over there. That looks good. And our next core is 35. Noted. That's going now. Air separatists up over this way. No problem. And the next core is 42. Okay. So I want to fabricate claims on Spain. I want to claim... what is this? Kablia and Hodna. Okay. So we claim Kablia. And we claim Hodna. Perfect. So I want to check in on their alliance status. Okay. Aachen, Switzerland, and Trent. So Switzerland, the truce is up in June of 1814. Where's Aachen? Trent is here. Aachen is up here. Do we care about Bohemia, Cologne, Dithmarschen, and Spain? I don't think so. Our truce with them is up in February of next year. Okay. And then our truce with Trent is up in June. We gained a conquest CB against Spain, of course. We're going to be truced with them until after the end of the game. So we have to find another way to fight them, which is what we're working on. As far as cores go, the next core is going to cost 42. Noted. So that's absolutely fine. Are our rebellions getting better? Spain just had a revolution. Okay, does that actually do anything for us? The truce is still there, so the answer is no. Okay, Nicaraguan separatists down over this direction. We do need a military leader here, so let's roll one up, and that's another really good one. We're going to move on down over this direction. We have uncontested claims that will expire, but they'll expire after the end of the game, so that's okay. It is currently June. Of course, we need to go after Morocco in January of 1814. So that's about a year and a half away. Harar separatists out over this way. We want to actually move this unit down to deal with that. Cool. We have 67 admin power, so we will get this core going. We need a lot more admin power, of course. 49 is our next one. Zulu separatists out over here. No problem. Apparently we missed these guys at some point. So let's head on up. Oh, right. We marched all the way over, and we missed them. Songhaian separatists are here. We'll deal with those. And we can get a core going, so we're going to core Thubact. Perfect. We win the Battle of Bunyoro, of course. And we just lost another military leader. That is this one up over here. We're completely fine with spending military power on this. Completely and totally. Okay. And we'll head in and reoccupy here. Looks good. 36 admin power, huh? Well, we need 52 for our next. We're gaining 15 per month, so we're close. We need one more week tick, or rather month tick. This isn't Victoria. Fantastic. Okay, it is 1 January 1813. Still the same 3. So I feel like... where were they? Over here. That's right. Okay. So that's up in February of 1813. So next month. Hypothetical wars. It's part of the empire, and Austria is the emperor. So Austria would not join this. In fact, they would be on the other side. That's probably not a great idea. Trent. Trent is also part of the empire. Is Switzerland? No, they're allied with Venice, but I don't think that matters. So Switzerland is going to be the target then. That is June of 1814. Okay, that's a core finishing. That's a big deal. That's June of 1814, which means we should take on Morocco first in 1 year. There's a conversion finishing. Kabu and Jamian separatists. No real issue there. Yeah, these guys are no problem. We'll move on over, and we'll continue to convert over here. Can we get an additional core going? No, but next month we can. And our overextension is beginning to drop. So this is good. We have this solidly under control. Okay. That click didn't go. That's good. So we gained 2 additional core provinces. Fantastic. Those biggest cores are now gone. And we've got all of these that are going to be finishing up very, very soon. So we're just waiting at this point. What is this war? I don't care about it. Okay. So Ottoman separatists are out in Socotra. We will head on over there. No real problem. The next core is going to cost 56. Okay. Sounds good. Yep, Socotra has been occupied, to be expected. And we're expecting the Morocco War to go really, 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 really fast, right? Like, incredibly fast. How are we doing on this? Are we still ahead of time? We are. So I think we'll go ahead and finish off maritime ideas. There we go. And let's continue to construct great projects, I guess. We can continue to build more of them. May as well. Yeah, separatist sentiment. That is definitely to be expected. Our overextension is still up over 100%, so we're going to have a bunch of these. No doubt about that. These guys can move on up over here. Looks good. There's another core finishing, and we can get another core started, which we will definitely do. Okay. It is September of 1813. We know what our plan is. Our plan is to attack Venice. No, not Venice. Switzerland. Our plan is to attack Switzerland. Okay. So we're going to head over here first, and then we'll head up here. These guys aren't succeeding in getting that. Actually, let's just bring these guys over. It'll be fine. Cool. So 63 for the next core. We're getting close to the end of our coring, though. So that's looking very, very good. We're going to have a little bit more coring to do. Remember, we only care about taking these two provinces, I believe. I believe we only care about taking those two provinces. We need to control the entire region of Africa. I'm pretty sure that we will, once we control these three provinces. I think that's all we're missing. There isn't, like, any sort of a decision to verify that. I think we can look in the... Let's see, that's areas. This is regions. This is subcontinents. So, I mean, this is considered Northern Africa. This up here is actually considered Northern Africa. So we might need the Azores. Socotra is considered part of the Levant, so we probably didn't need that. Actually, we might. No, this is not broken down like this. I don't know. I think that we control Africa once we control these three provinces. Okay, so we win this battle. Our truce with Morocco is over. Spain just changed to revolutionary Spain. Our truce still exists. However, they are in this war. We'll see if they would join an additional war. So we need to take out Morocco, right? We don't care about our allies not joining this. This is completely fine. Morocco will fall very, very shortly. We can definitely get a core going here. 40 admin, dip, and military power. I love it. We mostly needed the admin power. Cool. So we're going to get another core going here in just a moment. There we go. There's that core underway. Cool. Okay, so Congo has taken over Morocco. At long last. Beautiful. We don't care about anything else there. We just get that all going. How much would it cost to core that? I don't know. Let's pop in over here. 133? Okay, fair enough. Is that actually giving us overextension, though? It absolutely is. Okay, noted. So, next up is going to be our truce with Switzerland, who is no longer allied with Spain. Spain is only allied with Aachen. Can we intervene in any of these wars? Let's see here. The Venice War. Can we intervene? Well, we have no diplomats, but maybe. We can't intervene in this war. Okay, what about this other war? So, Revolutionary Timurids. Actually, let's go in here, intervene in war, and... yeah, we can't intervene in either of these wars, sadly. Okay, so we're going to have to go via Aachen here. Austria would join. Great Britain would join right now. Russia would not, because they're fighting in another war. Of course they are. What are you involved in, Russia? Okay, they're going to be done with that war pretty soon. Our truce with these guys is up now, actually. We could do this just on our own, breaking the truce. It's an option. It's not a good option. Spain going revolutionary there was awkward. No doubt about that. Okay, so there's another couple of cores finishing up. Always good. Spain is not very strong, right? And all we need is these 2 locations. What happens if we threaten war here? Is that a thing we can do in Europa? It feels like it is. We can't threaten war while there's a truce. Okay, so that's not going to be a thing. So we're going to have to go in this direction. Is Austria really a threat if we have Britain and Russia? We're not going to have ticking war score. I'll have to think about it. For now, it's time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode should be the final episode of this series. I'm pretty sure. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Ken2win, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisoul, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.